Hello, Ripper fans, and get ready for another episode of Sheablades. It's just like Beyblades, but it takes the work of Shakespeare into account.
They're not coming in.
And then we have little Orphan Annie here to help us. So, if you're ready to get started, let's introduce the characters for Sheablades. Julius Caesar first. Julius Caesar, victorious Roman general and senator. Up next, Mark Antony. He's a close friend of Caesar. And now look out for Brutus, well-respected nobleman. This guy might be up to no good. What about Octavius, Caesar's adopted son? Coming up later, you'll find out about Cassius, Decius, and Strato. But right now, the scene, Rome, 44 BC. The streets of Rome were lined with bustling crowds. They had gathered to honor Julius Caesar, Rome's most brilliant general. Caesar had led his armies to victory after victory, and the Roman Republic had grown in size and wealth. To show their gratitude, the citizens of Rome had elected Caesar as their consul. When Caesar appeared, mounted on a fine white horse, the crowds called out his name. Caesar! Caesar! Caesar!
The voice of him calling
Caesar! 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 And they threw handfuls of flower petals that drifted through the air like colored snow. Caesar stared straight ahead and did not wave or smile. With his hooked nose and hooded eyes, he looked as proud and cruel as an eagle. Suddenly, an old man ran out into the road.
Look at me,
You pick. Caesar struggled for a moment to calm his startled horse and then glared coldly. The crowd stopped cheering and the only sound was the jingling harness of Caesar's horse. "What do you want, old man?" Caesar demanded. "Caesar!" the old man cried hoarsely. "Beware the Ides of March!" Caesar scowled, but then his lips stretched into a mocking smile. "Stand aside," he said sternly. "I am Caesar. I fear nothing and no one." And then they battled.
Set, 2, 1. Let it rip!
Go Caesar! Go Caesar!
Oh, man.
Uh-oh, old man's running circles around Julius Caesar. When they heard these words, the crowd roared their approval, but not everyone cheered. From the steps of a nearby temple, 2 Roman noblemen were watching Caesar, and they frowned at what they saw. One of the men was thin and restless. Envy burned in his eyes as he spoke. "Look how the people love him, Brutus," he said. "I think it won't be long before they make Caesar their king." The other man nodded gravely. "I'm afraid you might be right, Cassius," he agreed, "and I'm also afraid of the kind of king Caesar would be." "Afraid?" said Cassius. "Caesar's pride grows with his power," Brutus said. "I fear that if he becomes king, he'll be a tyrant, and the people of Rome will be no better than his slaves." "Then he must be stopped," Cassius said softly. Brutus gave his companion a sharp glance. "How?" he said. Cassius said nothing, but his right hand tapped the hilt of the dagger at his side. "Who would dare to raise a hand against Caesar?" said Brutus. "The people would riot." "I know a group of noblemen who would kill Caesar if they were led by a man they could trust," said Cassius. "A man so respected that the people would listen to him when he explained the reasons why Caesar had to die. A man like you, Brutus." And then they fought. Caesar's not having a good day.
No, he is very powerful. Caesar.
Yeah, too powerful.
No.
They're afraid all the world, all the countrymen love to. Oh, Brutus?
Yeah.
He's sneaky, I think.
Yeah, he's sneaky. He's gonna give a sneak attack to you. Real.
You ready?
I know he is.
3, 2, 1. Let it. Ah! Sorry. Good for Caesar, bad for Brutus.